Hi everyone, and welcome back to Flight Sim 24. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how to start up and fly this Archer Midnight. This is a really interesting aircraft. It's all electric, and if you ever flew the Volocopter, it kind of reminds me of that, but there is a lot of differences. As you can see, the forward engines, there's 6 of them, and they rotate downward, and it kind of flies like an airplane when it does. Okay, and these engines in the rear, there's 6 more in the rear, and they basically provide vertical lift. They don't rotate, they fix just like that. Okay, so when you look at the aircraft when you first get in the sim, this will be a free flight, of course. You will notice there's just a couple of spots here. This is just to open and close the doors. Okay, same around on the other side. You got 2 doors here, but now there is something here I want to show you. Okay, so squat down. Right here is a charging port. Okay, and right here is a charging port. Now they both do the same thing. You can either do it from here or do it right here under the wing. You just left click and a charger will come out. We're going to look at that. I'm going to show you what that does. It'll charge your batteries up. Because if you just get into the sim and get the aircraft in the air, then you won't have too much range because your batteries will run out pretty quickly. Okay, so we're going to do that now. What we're going to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to show you there's another way to access this as well. Okay, so let's walk around this way. Press it right here, and there you go. The charger is hooked up. It has coolant hoses and that. And the aircraft is now charging the batteries. Okay, so let's go around over here and we will get on board. Alright, let's see. Let's just go ahead and hit this and get on board. Okay. And when you first get in the aircraft, everything is, even with the charger hooked up, everything is cold and dark. All right. Now, I have a gamepad hooked up right now for this aircraft. Okay, but if you have a flight stick, you can use that too. But either way, I'm using the gamepad for this since the type of aircraft it is. Okay, I'm moving the left stick forward and back, left and right. And you can see on the right, it's actually the left stick on my gamepad, but it's showing the right here. You see? Okay, because the right stick is going to move, your head around. Okay, so what that does is your aircraft goes, when you push forward, your aircraft will descend, pull back, you'll ascend, and then left and right. So it just kind of will rotate. All right, this stick is going to control your forward, like that's basically your throttle. Okay, so the important button I want to talk about right here is right here. Okay, the aircraft mode. Okay, nothing is going to come on if the aircraft mode is on off. Okay, so what you have to do is click it once, and it says service mode. I'm not quite sure what the service mode does. Okay, but the first click goes into service mode, and then the second click is ground mode. And as soon as you click on ground mode, all your avionics will start booting up. Okay, you'll have your electrics and everything. All right, and here's your pitot heat. You put that on auto for now. Parking brake down here. Okay, so you see right here, Archer. Okay, so let's press the button here, let that get started. All right, now I'm sorry about the glare, but I mean, hey, we in Bora Bora right here. Okay, so it's just a great place to do this little test flight here. What better place to do that? We're gonna take off and fly around those bungalows and that, and we'll come back and land. So anyway, right here on this stick, you'll notice LHI thumbstick. When you hold it down, forward accelerates, back decelerates, and toggle hover. That's what you want to kind of pay attention to right here. Okay, if it's enabled, you're not going to be able to move forward. Okay, so now this right here is a powered lift. Switch is on by default. Now I'm not quite sure. I think that you want to put that off when you trying to go forward, but I'm not positive. We can mess around with that a little bit. So let me set my altimeter in Now this is what I want to show you here. Okay, so coolant connected, charger connected. Okay, so right here it says sim actions. You got to press this key right here, and notice charging right here is what I want to show you. Okay, LHI assist on. I'm not quite sure what that affects, but I haven't turned it off. I've been using it with it on, so there's still a couple things here now I need to learn about this aircraft that I haven't learned yet. Okay, now notice over here I have my charger hooked up, so this is charging. Okay, that's my battery. Once it gets to the top, we have a full charge. Okay, so watch, we're going to show you now. Notice on 90 kilowatts right here. You can see right there, it was 89, now it's at 90. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to change the charge rate to 2 times. See, if you do like this and press this, it'll unplug, or you can plug it in from here. You don't have to even do it outside, okay? So charge rate 2 times. We're going to go all the way to 32 times, and I'm going to show you how quick it'll charge it up, okay? And notice it going up rapidly, okay? We already over 100, so I'm going to wait till that gets charged. And I'm going to press that soft key on the far left to disconnect the coolant in the charger, okay? So it's going up right now, all right? This is a really original aircraft. The only thing that's kind of reminds me of it is the volocopter. There is something else too. I noticed something else. I don't know which one it is, but there is something else that's kind of similar to this. I thought I've seen it. Anyway, so we had 150 kilowatts there. So that is a full charge. All right. Notice the nautical mile range we got here now. Okay, so that's not too bad. Over 100. All right. Okay, so charger plugged. So you can either do it here, unplug it, or you can go outside. And notice now the charger is gone. Okay, so either way will work just fine. Okay, charging is complete. So now it's time to get this aircraft in the air. So right here, let's do full, and we're going to take a look, zoom in a little bit right here. All right, right about there. Okay, now let's just step a little over here, and I'm going to take this aircraft mode switch, and we're going to go into fly mode. You're not going to be able to take off or do anything without being in fly mode. Ground mode just puts your electronics on your avionics. There is a checklist. If you want to go to the checklist, you can do that. Let me show you outside. You see, check this out. It's kind of like initializing. It goes down and then back up. It rotates back up. Okay, so that's what that does. But yeah, if you want to do the checklist, you just go right here and let's see, checklist, back, right here, checklist. Okay, it's not very long. If you want to go through that stuff, you can. Pretty short, but in case you forget something or whatever. Okay, Archer midnight. All right, so let's go ahead and X off now. So parking brake is on right there. So let's get that off. Well, let's make sure. Well, as long as make sure my engines are rotated up, because if you don't, you do something wrong and then your parking brake is not on, you're going to go forward and crash. Okay, so let's just leave the parking brake on for now until we get in the air. All right, so let's leave the power lift on, and auto hover is enabled. Now it shows, the left mouse button held down right there. You do have to hold it down, but you got to press the right button, enable and disable on your mouse. Okay, so we're going to enable it right now because we want to hover. We're going to be taking off. So everything is on. In order to take off, it's very simple. Okay, all I'm going to do is pull my stick back. Okay, so just like if you rotating your aircraft off the runway, on my gamepad, I'm going to pull my left stick back. Now watch over here. You're going to see this. All right, there we go. Okay, it's hovering now. All I did was just slightly pull back, and it's hovering. Okay, so that's what I did there. Okay, so let's go up a little bit higher. Just pull back slowly on the stick. Now there was a few times when I was getting aircraft engine malfunctions. Oh, right here. I'm not quite sure what that is. That happened a few times, so there might be something that I'm actually missing here. But I've had it happen a couple times, and I'm not sure what that's about. But I might have to go back over some things and check it out. But I haven't had any trouble, so let's keep ascending here. Okay, I can turn off the locations. We don't need those on. Okay. So now I'm going to turn my left stick. I'm going to turn to the left and it'll rotate it. Okay, we just hovering right now. So that's how we're doing. Okay. Go up a little bit higher. Let's see. I'll tell you right now, we are at 140 feet. So let's go up. Now, parking brake, we can take it off now. It doesn't hurt either way. Okay, so let's go up. And notice right here, okay, when my left stick goes back, it's showing how much I'm doing it. You can see right here. You see this little dot? Okay, that's what that's showing. If I push forward, it'll descend. Okay, so I'm going to push forward right now, and I'm going to descend. You see that? Okay. So let's go up a little bit more. We'll go up to about, maybe about 500, 1,000 feet or whatever. And I'm not going all the way because I think, I think when this gets in the red, what happens, I get that aircraft, I believe that's when I get that engine malfunction warning. So I'm thinking that's what's going on, but I'm not positive, but we'll figure out. Let's just keep it right where it's at for now. Okay, we're ascending slowly. Right there, that's good. Let's go with 500. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, you can see the engines. They all set up, for VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. Okay, so now let's go ahead and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to disable hover mode. Okay, and I'm not sure about this. I'm still questioning that, but let's leave that alone for now and see how things go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press my throttle button and notice this right stick. Okay, I'm not. Oh no, it's over here. I'm sorry, my mistake. When you're not in auto hover mode, when you push this forward, you'll see it goes forward. But watch what's happening. Okay, as I push forward, notice those forward engines will start rotating. That's like your throttle. The more I push forward on my throttle, the more those engines rotate. Okay, so now let's turn off the power lift and see now. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, now I'm going to press again. I'm just going to hold that stick down, okay? That throttle down, and those engines are now rotating. Okay, now it'll start basically flying like a regular aircraft, okay? There you go. The engines are completely horizontal now in the front, and those engines in the rear, those engines that provide the lift in the rear, the fixed engines, will eventually they'll turn off. Okay, you're gonna see them turned off. All right, so now we're just kind of flying along. Okay, and you can see you can still climb and and descend just like a regular aircraft right now. Okay, so now I'm hitting the throttle again, and look at my speed really going up right there. Okay, I'm over 100 now, so we're really moving up now. Okay, so just kind of cruising over Bora Bora right now. Okay, let's keep on doing that. Now, we're going to just fly over these bungalows here, these famous bungalows that you see everywhere and wish you were there in real life. Okay, but if you can't be there in real life, at least you can be there in flight sim, right? Don't want to get too low now. We're just going to kind of fly right over them and give them a sight to see. Maybe they can put this on video and post it on their social media things or whatever. There you go. Yeah, I'm hitting that button again. I still need to look up this aircraft system malfunction, engine malfunction. I still need to look up that and see what's going on. But check this out. We're flying over this. I think at one point I changed my settings. Bear with me here. Let's just check real quick. I'm kind of wondering, did I ever change? Oh no. Oh wait, I'm not on ultra. I'm actually on high end. Okay, I was just experimenting some things. We don't need to be on high end. We need to be ultra. Okay. My rig usually can handle ultra, especially in island areas, just fine. Okay. So yeah, we just kind of going right over these bungalows, just right over them. I'll tell you what, all of the the pics and videos and shows I watched, they had Bora Bora in it. It looks really, really similar to real life in flight sim. I think I'm at full throttle basically right now. Keep doing this turn right here. And there you go. Notice the rear engines are off now. This is basically an electric airplane now. Helicopter, plane, however you want to describe it, but it's a little bit of both. And it's fun to fly, and once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple, but you know, it's just different than any other thing you're going to be flying right here. It's just a lot different, okay? And that's not bad speed. 118 ain't bad for what it is, okay? Go ahead and do a little pass over these bungalows right here. Notice I pressed the throttle again, so maybe I wasn't quite. Oh man, we overspeeding. We better stop that. Okay. Man, I really just gunned it right there, didn't I? All right. It looks so cool. It just really does. All right. I'd love to see something like this flying around in real life. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna come around. I could either land on the runway just like this, or we could do a VTOL landing. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet. If I was making this video live, I can ask you all, what you want me to do? You want me to do a VTOL, or just go ahead and do a regular landing? I guess you can land, and I mean, I've did VTOL takeoffs and landings with it only so far. I haven't tried that, but you can. I mean, it'll taxi just like an airplane. All right, Bora Bora looking great here in 24. Even the earliest versions of it in 2020 look good too. You know, so it's just a really pretty place to fly. And this aircraft, and being electric, is really quiet. Okay, notice, I mean, I haven't even used much battery. I can easily make it over to that island over there. At 1,500 feet, flying pretty good. But you do have to watch the speed. It looks like it kind of wants to start going over speed. If you get down, you don't want to be going 130. I'm risking crashing right now, and that would really kind of, basically kind of suck if I did. All right, let's pull back that throttle a little bit. So even though my engines there, my 6 engines in the front, were completely horizontal, I was still going faster. So just because they rotated horizontally all the way doesn't mean you're at your full speed. You know, see, I could slow down. I'm gonna have to slow down a good bit, and they'll start rotating back up. But hover, I'm gonna go into hover only mode. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep an eye on my speed because now I'm at 120. Okay. They might start rotating back a little bit, maybe. Unless I need to go in hover only mode, I'm not sure. Okay, let's just keep descending just a little bit. We're gonna get down to about 1,000 or so. Now, it's not really hard to land in VTOL. I don't think it would be hard to land like an aircraft either. We could try both ways. I don't know, but first let me do a VTOL in case it doesn't go good the other way. But I don't see why it wouldn't. I really don't. You know, but it could get ugly because I'm not slowed down like I want to be. But let me just keep on pressing that. See if I can get it to slow down. Okay, notice it's slowing down. Look on the left. Okay. But the engines aren't rotating. All right, so that's good. We still just flying like an aircraft. I think if it gets below a certain speed, they might rotate back, so I'm not sure. Alright, let me see where, let me see if I mean, I don't know, man. Let me see. Let's get a little bit closer so I can figure this out. So, alright, let's do a VTOL landing. Okay, so alright, I'm holding back now. I'm just holding the speed back, and notice how my rear engines are now kicking on, and look what it's doing. It's rotating, okay? So it's basically going into hover mode. Okay, I'm going all the way back. Now when I push forward, it's going to descend. See that? You do have to be careful, because I can tell you what, you know, it'll get away from you pretty quick if you're not careful. It's like what'll happen, it'll start tilting, you know, and it'll keep trying to fly like a plane. So you do have to get it doing right, okay? So don't be too aggressive trying to rotate it, you know. Okay. Let's descend now. Now to descend, you just basically, I'm pushing up on that left stick. And I don't want to descend too aggressively, you know. I really should have been on this side of the runway, you know, but that's okay. If any planes are coming or landing or whatever, I'll be just fine. I shouldn't be in their way. But I'm going to cross over the runway. But we will make sure we're cleared. So I never spoke with ATC for this flight at all. So now when I press forward now on my throttle, it's not affecting my ascend or descend rate in hover. Only my left stick's affecting that. It's still going to affect me going forward, or you know, or like reverse, or basically slowing down. I don't know if it'll reverse. I think it does. I think it does though. If I keep pressing, you know, pulling back my throttle. Okay, so now I'm just slightly tapping my throttle forward now. Okay, so we're going forward a little bit, and you can see those forward engines are kind of tilting forward slightly, because I'm not trying to go really fast or anything. I'm going to be doing that VTOL landing, so that's why it's doing it like that. Okay, we look clear. I don't see any aircraft coming, so let's look for a spot here. Probably the same spot I was in, or I might even could land right off at that field if I wanted to, but let's just kind of get in right around here. All right, I'm gonna go right here. Let's try for that spot. See if I can land in that actual spot right there. Okay. Looks like there's a vehicle down there, or am I just seeing things? I can't tell. Yeah, there's something down there. All right, let me probably turn around. I'm gonna check it out a little better down there. Yeah, I don't think it'll be able to reverse like a helicopter. I don't think so. But it might. Oh, you know what? It is. Wow, that's impressive. I didn't think it would do that. I'm still getting the aircraft system malfunction, but I'll tell you what, this aircraft is flying great right now. Great. It looks like I got flaps down to something. I never even realized that. Hey, does it even have flaps? I never noticed anything. of strange. Alright, let's just try to get it where it's... I'm mostly working just mostly my left stick. That vehicle is just really right where I want to land at, but it's not going to detect a crash. It should be fine. But we're trying to simulate a realistic flight at the very least. It's basically where I took off at. Okay, so let's go up a little bit more. And the more you fly it, the more you'll get the hang of it. It's just a whole different kind of animal here. Okay, let's get a little bit closer. And there you go. We just about ready to get down. I think this was a perfect landing. I don't think it could have did too much better. Let's let it hover just a little bit more. Go around a little bit. And there you go. We're landed. I'm just pushing forward still, making sure my engines are stopped. Alright. And let's take this aircraft mode switch. And we'll just throw it in ground mode for now, okay? And notice hover is still enabled. This is, you just have to remember this part. Now this is important because you're not going to be able to move forward like that. And notice we use some battery, but we still got a good bit left. Let's see, we started at 150, so we're down to 100 right now. So it's by no means a long range aircraft, but you can always land wherever you want and do the charger. But you probably going to want to go to an airport to do that charger, you know. So open that door. Let's get out. Alright, so it is a fun aircraft. That's for sure. Now let's come around over here on the side and we're gonna hook up our charger. Let's use it from here for now. Okay, there you go. Charger, cool, and hooked up. Open that door. Okay, I hope you all found this video useful. And maybe you learned a thing or two, hopefully, about the Archer Midnight aircraft in Flight Sim 24 and how to fly it. But it's not hard. It just takes a little bit of getting used to, and once you get the hang of it, you'll be flying all over the place with it. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna leave it here. So until next time, bye for now.